light. The universe was created, and there was light, and there was life, plants, animals, people. God spoke just a word, and there was light, and light for everything and everyone. Today it is Jesus who is speaking. Today Jesus speaks a word, and new life happens. Death is turned upside down, and there is light and light in people's lives. A centurion. The centurion was the commander of 100 soldiers. They were an occupying force in Israel. In Judea, at the time, they said Judea. They did not like those Roman soldiers being there, even much less the commander, but the commander seemed to be a person of compassion. He helped them too. He helped them build their synagogue. He must have come to know the people, spent a long time there, and came to care about the people, as well as having to control them. And so that must have been a tough line for him to follow. He would help them out, but he also had to keep them obedient to Rome. And he knew enough about the Jewish law that if he invited Jesus into his home as a Gentile, Jesus would be unclean, and he would have to go through all the washing rituals of the Jewish faith. And he also has this belief. He's heard Jesus maybe, he's heard of Jesus, he's heard what Jesus has said, and he understands that when Jesus speaks, life happens. And he makes the connection. He understands who Jesus is, and he knows that Jesus can help his slave, who must have been a beloved slave, maybe a personal slave, who was more of a friend than a slave. And he doesn't want him to die. He's very sick. He wants him to be healthy and stay with him. And so he understands that when God speaks, there is life, and Jesus is speaking and there's life. There must be a connection here. And so he calls for Jesus to come. And he sends word because he doesn't want to put Jesus on the spot by him coming as an authoritative Roman commander. It might look like he was forcing him to come. And so he sends people to speak for him. And then he sends word when Jesus gets close, don't come into the house, it's okay, I understand. I trust that when you speak, it'll be okay. Just say a word. And Jesus is touched by his faith. He says, I haven't seen faith anywhere in Israel like this. And he probably hasn't heard anyone else who got it, who understood who he was yet, who got that he was God. That all it took was a word from him and there was life. And so he speaks, and the slave of the centurion is healed. And then he goes to Nain on his travels to teach and preach and cure and heal people and bring God to them. And he walks into town, and there is a funeral procession. And again, he breaks boundaries. He not only has helped an enemy, he is now helping a widow. Jewish law. You know, widows with no male relatives means she's out on the street. She loses her home. She has no legal rights. She's basically out on the streets, having to fend for herself. He understands that. And again, he breaks the rules. He gives her son back to him. Back to her. Sorry. He gives her son back to her. He touches the stretcher. He speaks a word, and the man gets up. We don't know. Could have been an adult son, most likely. We don't know. But he not only brought life back to that man, he brought life back to his mother. He gave her new life also. She was not out in the cold and out on the streets. she had somebody to speak for her. Jesus was all about looking at people first and then the rules. We know the Pharisees have already been saying, how come you're breaking all these rules? How come you're eating on the Sabbath? How come you're doing this on the Sabbath? How come you're healing people on the Sabbath? They're already watching him because he's breaking rules. And Jesus says people are more important than rules. And when it's necessary, he ignores the rules to reach out to people. And that's something that's, I think, important for us to know. That there are times we have to step outside ourselves and say, is this important to follow the rules, or is this one of those times I need to speak up, or I need to do something, or I need to change something, whatever it may be, because we have Jesus as a model to follow. I'm also amazed at how often our readings speak to us at times we need to hear them. That they come up on the weeks that we need to hear them. I've been noticing in this the last few weeks. There's always either something going on in the world or people's lives that the readings seem to speak to. Last week we had a healing service for Sherry and for Janelle. There's been so many people sick lately. I've been to the hospital an awful lot lately. And I was feeling as though we needed healing. You know, I come to know you well, and breaks my heart when you're sick too, especially some of the serious things we have going on. And so I've been saying, we need a word of healing, Lord. We need you to speak. And then this week I found out that it became very personal for me. My 38-year-old son was diagnosed with a brain tumor. And it's not cancer, but it's still very dangerous. It's affecting his health. And I want God to speak a word and bring life and light to him. Just as I wanted God to bring a word of life and light to all of you who are dealing with so many things right now. And then I say we need to be patient. God comes through with us, for us, in ways that we don't know or expect or see, or sometimes in the midst of things aren't able to see. And so I turn to trust, as I hope all of you do, that I know God is about healing. I know God is there to support us. And so right now, I can't fix it as much as I'd love to save my son from what sounds like terrible surgery. I can't do that. As much as I'd like to have all those people I visit all the time be better instantly, I can't fix that either. But I know I can walk with you through that, and I know I trust that you'll walk with me through this. And I know that God is with us through whatever we encounter in life. So we hope that rules are bent and broken and people heal and have new life in their lives and can see the light of Christ working in their life, no matter what kind of barriers and rules and what seems to be hopeless events happen to us. God speaks and there is light. And that's what we hold on to at times we need it most. Amen. Our hymn of the day is Crowning with Many Crowns, number 855. Let's sing. God, the Father Almighty, creator of heaven and earth. I believe in Jesus Christ, God's only Son, our Lord, who was conceived by the Holy Spirit, born of the Virgin Mary, suffered under Pontius Pilate, was crucified, died, and was buried. He descended to the dead. On the third day he rose again. He ascended into heaven. He is seated at the right hand of the Father, and he will come to judge the living and the dead. I believe in the Holy Spirit, the Holy Catholic Church, the union of saints, the forgiveness of sins, the resurrection of the body, and life everlasting. Amen. Lord, we come to you with open hearts. Please open your hearts to our joys, our sorrows, our needs, our worries. We pray for our world. We pray for peace. We pray for understanding between people. We pray for the leaders of our country, and we pray for the people of our country in this time of debate and change. We pray for our friends. We pray for our families. We pray for those who are sick. We pray for Dennis Thompson, for Janelle Leary, for Sherry Struben, for Dale Caspers, for Marilyn Engelbretson, for Irene Lunch, who is feeling better, for Jade Nicholson, for Nancy Paft, who has a heart procedure tomorrow, and for Peter. We pray for those who grieve. And we pray for our communities of Missouri, Thornton, Swaledale, Rockwell, for all of our churches, and for growth in our numbers and our mission. Lord, send us your love, send us your power, send us your grace. The peace of the Lord be with you. Let's share with each other a song of Christ's peace. all times and in all places give thanks and praise to you, Almighty and merciful God, through our Savior Jesus Christ. By the leading of a star he was shown forth to all nations. In the waters of the Jordan you proclaimed him your beloved Son, and in the miracle of water turned to wine he revealed your glory. And so with all the choirs of angels, with the church on earth and the hosts of heaven, we praise your name and join their unending hymn. Together, let's pray the prayer that Jesus taught us. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will